What's up, you guys? It's your boy Nex back with another video. In today's video, we're talking about how has the military positively affected my life. So I've been in the military for not long, honestly, only about 2 years, and soon I'm gonna be hitting like my third year and all that. But I just want to talk about it because I feel like the military gets a lot of hate online, some rightfully so, some are unjustified. So I just want to talk about how the military positively affected my life, and maybe it would, it will help you out some. So I'm just going to begin. The first way the military positively affected my life is meeting more like-minded men, right? When you're outside the military, sometimes it can become hard to meet like-minded men, like specifically men. A lot of the jobs that I had in my life was mostly women. Like most of the jobs, even like Walmart was mostly women when I worked there. Purdue, when I was working at the chicken factory, mostly women. When I was teaching, mostly women. When I was almost everything that I ever done in my life, I worked with mainly women. So the army is the first job I ever had where I'm working with mostly men. And within a lot of those thousands of guys I meet on a regular, there's a few guys that stand out. It's a few guys that became my brother for life. The army really is built like with a brotherhood in mind. That is not cliche, and it's a great thing. I made some friends in the army that I will have for the rest of my life, long after we all got out, long after. I know it for a fact. Yes, you're gonna run into those fake people too, just like any other job, any other point in life, right? You're gonna run into fake people, people that pop junk, blah blah blah. But we're not talking about that right now. You're gonna make some friends in the army that you will have for the rest of your life. I promise you. My uncle did 20 years in the army, right? He retired a first sergeant, and before I even joined, he told me that, yeah, you about to make some friends in the army that you gonna have forever. And I get what he's saying, because the army really is a brotherhood. And I would say that about the Marines too, because I met a lot of Marine guys like in my travels, and a lot of the shout out to the Marines. They pretty cool. I can't lie. I just don't like drinking with them too much. They drink too much beer. I'm more of a liquor person when I do drink. But yeah, that's the first way the army positively affected my life. The second way the army positively affected my life is helping me build more discipline for myself. Yes, going to PT every morning can be very annoying, and it could be tiring. You could maybe the night before you couldn't really get sleep like that, so you only running off for 3 hours of sleep. But I'm so disciplined in my day-to-day life now. I'm always exercising, right? I'm always in good shape. I'm always trying to keep myself well groomed. Well, I'm overseas right now, so my beard is less well groomed because of my shaving profile. But when I get back to the United States, I'm gonna start doing my beard like I used to. But when it come down, in the army, you gotta keep a haircut. You can't just look unprofessional with a crazy looking hair, especially when you're in garrison. Garrison basically means you're in the United States, and then when you leave the United States, you're not in garrison no more. That's what that means, right? So in the army, it helps you get a higher level of discipline for yourself. You're always gonna keep a haircut. You're always gonna go to the gym, right? You're always, if you embrace the army lifestyle, you're going to do these things. You're always gonna be in decent shape. Have a good looking haircut. Have nice fitting clothes. You're always gonna know how to talk professionally. So in that aspect, the army has made me a better man. That way, when I leave the army, I know I'm gonna be better because I joined. So stop all the army hate. Stop acting like the military is that bad. I get it. We got our problems, but it's not that bad. Let's move on. Third way the military helped me improve my life is, let's just be honest, money, right? Yes, the money I make in the army, I made other places in life before, but the army is a guaranteed paycheck. When I was back in the United States, right? Let's say we had a 3-day week, which has happened before, which is rare. 4-day weekends are very common though, but 3-day week, so let's say you work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You don't work for the rest of the week until that next Monday. You're still gonna get paid the same amount, no matter what. And because of how consistent and guaranteed that paycheck is, it makes it easier just to build your wealth, invest. It makes it easier to pay off debt, things of that aspect. That's why you notice a lot of guys join the military a couple years later, they got a very nice car. That's because when you work at a place like Walmart or Purdue, different jobs where you get paid by the hour, because I worked plenty of those jobs in my life. Let's say they start cutting hours because the store not making enough money. They just start cutting hours. They hiring too many people, which a lot of jobs do sometimes. So they cut in hours. So now you go from making, let's say, 1,500 every 2 weeks. Now you only making a band every 2 weeks. That's $500 per paycheck that you missing out a month, right? That's over a band less a month when you're still working just as hard, just not as long hours. In the Army, that don't exist. As long as you keep your head up, you're not doing a bunch of super dumb stuff, you're going to get the same pay, and your pay is only going to go up the longer you got in, right? Let's just talk about the Army pay, right? I'm not going to act like you're going to join the Army automatically get rich. No, that's cap. You're not going to automatically get a Hellcat. I'm sorry for my people that's interested in joining the Army because y'all want Hellcats. Nah. But look, when you join the Army, your first year, you might make minimum wage. That next year, you're going to be a step above minimum wage. Let's say you get married. They're going to give you an extra like 2 bands a month just for being married to buy a house or an apartment, whatever it is you decide to do with your family life. You feel me? Some units, when you a specialist or E5, they let you get BAH2 by yourself. So now you don't even need a wife and kids to have an extra $2,000 per paycheck. So every year you be in the Army, right? Once you reach 4 years, every year you stay in, or like it's like 3 or 4 years. Every year you stay in, you get another bonus on top of your paychecks, right? Plus you got bonuses, sign-on bonuses. I got a $20,000 bonus when I entered the Army. I got $10K up front, and the rest of it is going to be trickled down through my paycheck for the rest of this contract. So there's a lot of money in joining the Army. Do I think that we need to get paid a little more? Yes, because we work very, very hard. But, you know, it's a guaranteed paycheck, bro. It's going to make it 10 times easier to pay off your debt because you know that paycheck is coming no matter what. A lot of people in the Army, they don't have a money problem. They have a spending problem. That's why they be broke. You just spending too much money. Because I guarantee a lot of other people, if they had your exact paycheck, which is guaranteed, their life would be 10 times better than what yours is because you're undisciplined. A lot of soldiers be undisciplined. That's why they be broke. Not because they not getting paid that much. So let's move on. I got one more for you guys. Okay, so the fourth and final way the military has benefited me is building my personal confidence, right? Before I joined the Army, I actually messed up my life. I was doing good in life for a little while, and then I went completely like negative, like net worth negative, and I tore my ACL, meniscus, and I just messed up my leg in every possible way you could think of. I tore it 3 times to the point where I couldn't walk at all. So right before the Army, for that smooth year, I was trying to walk again, blah, blah, blah. Even when I joined the Army, I was still limping. I was able to jog a little bit though, right? I signed a waiver to get in. When I joined the Army, I was doing physical therapy with my drill sergeant in basic training. Shout out to my drill sergeant Walker. And the Army helped me build my leg back up to the point where a lot of times I forget that I've even had that injury. Like I'll be playing basketball, I'll be doing races and getting super high scores on my ACFT, which is the military fitness test for my people who don't know. The military helped me build my confidence. Like I am capable of this. You go to airborne school. Like for my people that want to join the Army and go to airborne school is when you like become a paratrooper and jump out of planes. You pass airborne school, your confidence is gonna be through the roof because you be like, damn, I passed something so difficult and so scary. I could do anything in life. The Army will help you build your confidence. Cause let's use basic training. During a forage, which is a very long ruck. A ruck basically is when you walk a very long time with like various amount of pounds on your back. So during basic training, they didn't go easy on us for my cycle, right? So we did a 13-mile ruck early in the morning after spending 3 days and nights in the woods, right? And we was working hard that final day. We was so exhausted. And remember, I'm just coming off an injury. So I'm limping a little bit. And I keep on saying, yo, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And it got to the point where when we finally made it to the end of that ruck, which was so hard, I gained more confidence in myself that I am capable. I am strong. I can do this. You get what I'm saying? The military will help you build the confidence that you need to apply to other areas in your life and be successful. I promise you. The military has benefited me in a lot different ways. That was just a few for you guys. I know you like videos about the military. Y'all been showing a lot of support for them. That's why I made this one. I'm into this video right here. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content. If you made it to this point, you have no choice but to subscribe. Call to action right now. Subscribe to the channel. But this is my website right here. If you're interested, check it out. If you're not, I get it. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for all the support you've been giving me. Peace, y'all.